Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the next video wherein we are going to discuss about the movement of the Nifty, how exactly the Nifty has performed on Friday and what we can expect in the coming week and how exactly the market is going to perform in the coming days. So yes, today is the 4th of June, today is Saturday, but yes, I'll be discussing about the market movement of Friday, and we'll also take a look at what we can expect in the coming week. So Friday was quite interesting. I would say the market opened. The market opened with a gap up as we were seeing the market moving in a particular range that we had defined for the last week. Because Thursday was the expiry, we hadn't seen much of the major move in the market. We were expecting some sort of market making the high around this particular range of 16,000. 620, 650. Those were the levels which were expecting, and market actually sustained that particular level. But what we have seen on Friday was market opened with a gap up, and market actually crossed the level of 16,700. As I was also expecting the same thing to happen, because if this particular level 16,700, because that was a crucial resistance, if that has to be crossed, then I was thinking that market has to make a major move, and that can only be done with the gap up. And that's what happened on Friday. Market opened at the price of 16,761. But yes, on the daily chart, if you will see there, you will notice one thing quite interesting, that 16,800 is also one of a good resistance, as we had seen in the previous days, in the previous market days, that 16,800 had acted as a crucial support in the previous ranges of market. If you can see over here, let me just zoom a little bit, and then we can see it in a better way, that how exactly 16,800 had acted as a crucial support in the previous ranges. You can see over here these two big red candles over here, that market had taken some sort of a reversal and had respected those levels of 16,000 800, 700. Those were the levels that market had sustained in the previous days. And also, if we can see over here, that these particular range 16,850, it has been, this particular level has been tested many of the times in the past, and market had taken the support from these levels. So now we cannot say that the market is going to be very easily cross this level of 16,800, and that's what happened on Friday. What we had seen that the range of 16,700 to 750 to 800 was acting as a crucial resistance, and market was not able to sustain that particular level for a longer period of time. Though if you will take a look on the heat map as well, most of the stocks which are contributing to Nifty were in green, and were actually, were very strong. They were in green. They were quite positive with the good percentage, 2.33. Reliance was acting as a major stock for Nifty, was actually quite green. IT sector was also green in a really good way. But talking about the banks were quite weak on Friday, as we had seen the Nifty banks chart. It was not able to sustain this particular higher level of 35,943. So Nifty bank was also opened with the gap up, as we had seen previously. Let me just explain you some good points over here about the bank Nifty, and basis on that we can see and we can understand it in a better way. So this particular level 36,000, which is definitely going to act as a crucial resistance as of now for bank Nifty. But yes, that was also again something which Nifty bank was not able to sustain for a good time. 35,950 was the point wherein it just made a red candle, and starting from there only it just started falling down. So we had seen some sort of a consolidation happening around this particular range of 35,600, 700. This particular point, as soon as this point was crossed, we had seen just a very amazing rally on the selling side. Nifty bank was not able to sustain any of the level. It was just continuously going down and down on Friday. So we had seen so much of the consolidation happening around this particular range, but none of the level was acting as a crucial support. It was expected, because Nifty was taking some time, was not able to move down or on a faster basis, but Nifty bank was not able to sustain any of the supports over here. It was continuously moving down, and I would say It had traveled around for like 700 points to be precise. As you can see over here, there was a good rally of 700 points. Person who had shorted those levels and had just taken a position of put must have got some really amazing profit. But it was not something which was expected, because we had seen some consolidation happening around this range. So most of the people must have been expecting that it's just going to take the support from this point and it will definitely come back to its original point of opening. But that did not really happen, because on the other hand, if we have to take a look on the Nifty chart, we were expecting that as the level of 16,700 has been crossed, so it should be acting as a good support as of now. And that's what really happened in the very first half. It opened at this particular range and it was taking the support from this point, 16,700. But based upon like what really happened was, it was taking the support and just trying to go up a little bit. Then it just really crossed this particular level in the second half. So we had seen some good price action happening on Friday. It was just taking the support from its from some point 700. It took the support from 700, then just tried a little bit on the upper side, then came down, took the resistance once again from the point of 760, then just tried to go up a little bit. 700 was again tested, then just started going down as the Nifty bank was moving very fast on the selling side in the second half. So Nifty was also going down and down. It was not able to sustain any of the levels of 600, above levels of 650. So it's just made a low. Let me show you what was the low that was made on Fridays. The low was made of 16,567 and closed at the point of 16,584 where it got closed. So yes, this was the quite an amazing moment, because we had seen just the selling happening on that day of Friday. Majorly, I believe it was due to the fact of the major selling was done by the FYERS 3,770. That is quite huge, I would say. And the net to net, it was just the selling that we had seen on Friday, in spite of the fact that Nifty and IT stocks were in green. We had just seen the rally of selling. Net DIs buying was also quite less, 2,360, but net to net the selling was again quite strong, as we had seen in Nifty. So this means that Nifty is again not able to sustain the higher levels. It tried to go beyond the level of 16,700 with a gap up, but that was not sustained for a good time, and again came back to the level of 16,584. And let me show you one interesting point, that what we can expect on Monday. So as we can see that the global market is still weak. On Friday was also weak on Friday. Nasdaq was down by 2.47 and SGX Nifty was also down. Let me just show you how SGX Nifty was. Okay, so this is the data. Okay, so we can see the level of 16,472 in SGX Nifty. So that was also down by 0.70%. So that means we can expect the opening beyond just below the level of 16,500. So we can expect some sort of a consolidation happening around this range once again, as it's gonna open around this particular level of 16,470. So somewhere around this point the market's gonna open. Just like on the expiry day, there was a little bit of gap down, so we can expect some sort of a consolidation happening once again around this range. So I would say that the 16,550 is going to act as a resistance once again, because we had seen some quite of the major movement in the last week. So we can expect some sort of a good resistance happening around this particular range. So what I think is that this particular point of 16,400 is going to act as a support once again, and we can expect some sort of a consolidation happening around this particular range. So if the market is going to open around this particular range, we can expect some sort of a maybe if it's going to try to move on the upper side, then it's going to take a hit, or from this point we can expect some selling happening around this particular range. So we can expect like some sort of a consolidation around this particular range. And if I believe what I have been thinking, that if this particular level of 16,400 is going to get crossed in this particular week, then we can expect some sort of selling happening once again, and maybe the level of 16,300 will be tested once again. So that might be the moment. And on the higher side, if I'll have to say, 16,800 is quite far once again, so that means we can expect the movement of this week on the higher side as 16,800 to be the max, and 850, that's going to be the maximum point for this particular week until this expiry of so the expiry is coming on the 9th of June. Yes, until the 9th of June, I'm not expecting the market to cross this level of 16,900. And from the bottom side, what I've been thinking, that if this particular level will be crossed, then we can see the level of 16,300, 250 once again in this particular week till the time of expiry. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I haven't traded much on Friday. Let me show you what was the overall sector wise movement. So I would say the IT was the only thing which was green on Friday. Otherwise, talking about reality, metal, all the sectors were in red because of the overall selling that has happened in the second half. Most of the things got turned out to be as red on Friday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What I've been thinking, that is the consolidation happening around this particular range. We are again, the market is again strangled in this particular range that was created last week. So from the higher side, 16,850 or 800 is to be the maximum point, and from the bottom side, if the market is not going to be able to sustain this level of 16,400, we can expect the selling happening beyond this range as well, to max 16,300 or 250. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it in this particular video. I hope you liked my analysis, and what I want to mention next thing is that I've been trading in flat trade as of now. This video is not sponsored by flat trade, but yes, I just wanted to mention that if you're also a beginner, if you're also doing the options trading, then in order to save your money, in order to get freedom from the brokerages and all the other charges, I would suggest that flat trade is something you should go for, because you don't have to pay any of the extra fees that has been charged in any other brokers. So yes, flat trade is a good to go platform for beginners. You can just save all the money from brokerages and you can just focus on your trading, not worrying about any kind of orders. Alright guys, so that's it in this video. Thanks for watching and thank you for your time. See you next time.